Hey guys, Monday, February 24th, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow did today. So far, the direction was good. I was surprised. I thought it was going to have a gap up, but it had a gap down, found support somewhere around here, a little bit kind of here. This would have been really good support, but it didn't go that far. But I'm going to show you why it found support here. That's why I look at a lot of things, because just using market profile is not going to give me the adequate edge that I would need. And no, I didn't go short because I was waiting for a gap fill, and it might probably have in the overnight. So let's see. Looking at our simple glance, as you can see, our low is, as of now, 414. The one by one is slamming right through there, and now we're kind of maybe hugging it, kissing it, very close. We put a low here. MACD is negative, so that's giving us a little bias that maybe a possible turn is coming. It's going to take some time to develop. Let's look at our geometry. One of the reasons why we bounce, one, we kiss your midpoint on the APF. Buyers will be attracted to this area, and got some buyers jumping in. So that's one reason. Channels, you can see that we were kissing this fractal right here. We are below the midpoint on the channel, but we definitely found support here. Anything else here? On the extension targets, we found support at the 125 right there. Let's see, anything else? FT levels. I know we didn't get to kiss the FT levels. We cracked the Gann fan retail. 3x1, we definitely almost kissed it, but there is support here by the 1x2. This is my second impulse Gann grid. So looking at all that, I was like, and it went down, and it kept going down, and I was like thinking, man, maybe it's not going to fill the gap fill. And you didn't. And one of the reasons someone asked me is like, sometimes they don't get filled, and I said, you're right, but I'm betting this one's going to get filled. You know why? Because in the past, being in this upper range, all the gap fills that we've had, we've filled them. The ones that we haven't filled, and I can show you because I'm tracking all these gap fills, are the ones all the way down here. Why? Because we have been in a impulse move higher. So every gap fill that we have in this area right here, like this one right here, we get filled because it wants to go higher. And you can see maybe here, there was a gap fill here and it went up, but then it went back down. So this is the area where the gap fills are getting filled. Now, if we go super extreme, if we get to the midpoint of like $5 in change, and then we start trending lower, then maybe I could say maybe the ones up there won't get filled, because now it's probably in a hunt to get the ones down here filled. So far, I am betting that this is still going to get filled. And my analysis is saying that, this week will be a down week, but we'll see. But I know this is probably, not that I know, there's a high probability that it's going to get filled. I'll leave it at that. And then the question is, once it gets filled, then is the trap set now to continue going lower? Some people made money here, they got in short, but buyers are coming in. So now you're in that situation that, man, I should have locked in profit all the way down here, or should I hold still short, knowing that maybe it all depends on your risk, on where you're in and how much you're willing to how much heat you're willing to take in the kitchen, so that's that kind of game right here. But once this is filled, then the game is on that if it wants to really, sell off, it can. It's like unfinished business here. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't fill, but I'm leaning on the side of the camp where it's going to get filled and then see what's going to happen. Now we start pushing lower and we close below, 4-ish, then that's when I'm going to go short, because now business has been fixed. We have closed this. There's nothing for us to come back here or anything. We could just go down. whatever it's going to do, you know, on at least this week. I don't know about next week, but this at least this week. Let's look at our midpoints here. There's a new indicator that I've added just to give me a little bit of an earlier edge. You can see that now it's dark. Mobiles are still in chop. Same thing on the daily. So this is the weekly, the daily. Stokes are unwinding. Let's open this up a little bit. Yep, they're unwinding a little bit. Trend is still up. You're in chop fest unless you close above 412 on the daily and below 360. It's all going to be chop fest, but you can make money here. I mean, there's a good target to the downside for this week would be 467. That is the monthly midpoint. There's a quadrant here at 485. I'm sure that's probably going to get kissed. But looking at the 4-hour, we had our drop and we pushed it a little lower all the way to like 5 a.m. And then this is when the reversal came. So now we're like in the situation is like in the overnight session, we're going to push higher above the midpoint of the week. So this is the week midpoint line. And if we're going to cross above in the overnight session to fill this gap, is probably going to happen in the overnight session. How far can it go? It could go probably at least as 424. And then once we get to the US session, once it fills it, to see if it's going to reverse and continue going lower in the US session. But so far you see some early signs that there is some bottom feeders coming in and buying at a discount. So you got to keep your eyes wide open. And if you're short, just watch and see if they get strength into the overnight. This is already giving us signs, even though the trend is down. Looks like maybe they want to fill the gap, and that's what I'm waiting for. And then once we fill that gap, what are we going to do? We're going to trend higher. Then maybe my analysis is wrong. But if we turn, then you definitely want to take out this area again, 402, 401. Take out that low of 390, and then business has been resolved. Gap has been filled. Looking at the 1 hour, this is the line in the sand for tomorrow, 399. You hit the purple here, extreme extension, pushed lower. EPS buy signal, you're now kind of getting some trend. It was a little quiet here, but you can see that it started getting positive from like at 2200 hours. Even though this was going down, it was already giving you, and the the Mobos was already getting positive while it was kind of going sideways to lower. And this was the one that was concerning me. I was like, yeah, maybe it's not a good time to short. Because when we did this and I noticed it, I was waiting for this to happen in the overnight and then go down. But it didn't play out that way. So it went sideways. And I think now in the overnight, they might want to fill the gap. So you got 414 and you have 421, which will be this target right here. Anywhere in this ballpark to fill the gap. And then once we fill it, is it going to continue going higher? Then that's when you have to just step aside. You can't short because you want to wait for weakness and crack some key levels, especially your midpoint, to go short. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on that, guys.